commodities that we are tracking this afternoon. Thank you so much, Ravinder, for taking us through that roundup. But shifting focus now towards brewing in the global coffee market, well, it faces a shake-up as the US considers a steep 50% tariff on Brazil, which is the world's largest coffee exporter. While US and Europe remain key coffee consumers, prices are volatile at this point. And to discuss this impact further and what this could mean for the US and Brazil, and if other producers like India stand to benefit in any way, we're now joined by DM Purnesh, President, Specialty Coffee Association of India and founder, Harley Estate. Hi, Purnesh. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, let me start by asking you, with the US imposing that 50% tariff on Brazilian coffee imports that will become effective August 1st, how significant a disruption do you think this is going to be to cause the global coffee trade flows, particularly for Arabica and Robusta, given Brazil's position as the world's largest producer and a major supplier to the US?
Hi, good afternoon. It's a good question and also a big impact for Indian coffee. Demand for Indian coffee, as you know, in United States is not much because our transport time is too long to reach United States, and also there have been a traditional South and Central American coffee buyers. But with the tariff impact, I'm sure we may be able to take some advantage right now. In fact, the demand from United States has not improved upon in the last many years, in spite of seeing that there is a trend of higher taxes by United States to Brazil and other countries. Indonesia and Vietnam, they have almost about 32% taxation, whereas India right now is at 26%, which may be reduced to 10% is how we read it after the August 1st decision. So we are looking forward to see how the trend will move forward.
All right. So now, before we discuss more of how it's going to impact India, Purnesh, if you could also help us, describe the current price trend for both Arabica and Robusta coffee, these prices globally and in India, and what is it going to be like if those tariffs are imposed on Brazil starting August 1st?
See, let me touch this point on pricing. It has two different impact. One was because of drought expected drought and bad drought here in Brazil and Vietnam. We did have a very high rally in price. It went up to highest ever we have seen for both Robusta and Arabica. But unfortunately, with good crop being harvested by Brazil right now, and also expecting decent crop in Vietnam for Robustas, the prices have almost crashed for Arabica by almost 25 to 30%, and Robusta by almost
All right. We will connect back with Purnesh again to discuss how the coffee tariffs imposed on Brazil are going to come into play and what kind of impact it is going to have on India, if or whether or not Indian producers could stand to benefit from this. But before we, all right, so we are Purnesh is back with us. Purnesh, you were making a point about the price trends in what to expect in terms of price trends for coffee going forward if those tariffs are imposed.
Sorry, can you repeat that, please? Because there was the audio problem just now.
Right. Purnesh, you were talking about how the price trend is going to be affected when it comes to coffee, both Arabica and Robusta, once the tariffs come into play for Brazil. What kind of impact is that going to have on coffee prices?
India is mostly dependent on European market. So we do not see much effect because of the tariff. Our export to United States is on a minimal quantity. We generally focus on the European market. Two reasons. One was it's an established market for us for a long time. Plus, because of the distance and easy availability of coffee for US market from South and Central America, so the demand for Indian coffee or the price effect for Indian coffee may not be much of an impact due to the tariff.
All right, so the prices of coffee in India may not see much of an impact due to the tariff imposition on Brazil that comes into effect on August 1st. But on that note, thank you so much, Purnesh. We'll let you go on that note. Thank you so much for joining us and helping us decode what the tariffs mean for the coffee industry. All right, then it's time now to take a very